Hello, hello, hello. I'm Vivian Joy, Mindset for Business Coach, Mindset Reset Expert, helping you understand and restructure the deepest parts of your mind and your business. And today I'm going to do a card pull. You love the card pull. I get lots of feedback. So the Mindset for Business are the cards I'm going to use this time. There's 49 cards. You can buy these off my website, she-enjoys.com. And tools, I think they're under coaching tools. There's 49 cards split into 4 sections. They're the core 4 business that I teach and use for business building. They are mindset, which are pink coloured ones. They are dark blue, which are the marketing ones, light blue, which are sales, and the lilac-y kind of purple ones, which are strategy. And they're the core 4. They're the core 4 I use in my academy and my mastermind. They're the core that I use in a nice rotational system, because if you go and learn marketing, but you don't learn selling, no point really. If you learn sales and marketing, but your mindset is stuck in a 10-year-old who's scared to go anywhere, then that's where you'll be stuck. And if you've got no strategy for any of it, including your own strategies for how you do things each day and how you show up for yourself and others, then guess what? You're not going to enjoy it. So the mindset, marketing, sales and strategy are the core 4. And what have we got today? Let's see, shall we? Just having a good old shuffle. Ooh, okay, right. So today we have one of the mindset cards, which is vulnerability. Vulnerability, essential. So why is there a vulnerability card? The ability to be vulnerable. They've all got ability at the end of them, by the way, because you need all that business building ability in your life, right? So the ability to be vulnerable, why? Why, Vivian, do I need to be vulnerable? Why would I want to show vulnerable parts of myself? It's frigging scary. It's absolutely necessary, because your clients, doesn't matter what you sell, their vulnerability is they need something from you. And if you're a coach or a service provider, they're probably very scared to get it. They may have been burned by someone else before. They may have spent money and not got results. They might just be scared of the end result in the first place. But that vulnerability you can show of you being humanistic, you being real. Maybe you've been on the journey you're about to take them on. It's really important so they can meet you where you are. They know they can see themselves in your journey, so they can say, oh, well, actually, you know, if I look at my clients that come to me for money mindset work, of which there are lots, because money mindset is really pivotal in life and especially in business. I used to have the worst money mindset. So there's nothing really they can say to me that I can't, that I'll judge. You can't say, oh, I spent £1,000 on a pair of shoes. And I'll say, well, I used to put £1,000 in a slot machine, had absolutely nothing to show for it. So well done for at least having the pair of shoes. So they know that when I share the vulnerability of my own journey, whatever that is in life and business, that actually I'm not going to judge them, because that's what people hate. We don't want to be judged. We want to understand, we want to learn, we want to make judgment, because that's what our unconscious mind does. So how is this going to show up in business for you, being vulnerable? And just think about people you follow in the world, people like Brené Brown or Oprah, where they're really vulnerable about their struggles in life. And especially if they then had that kind of rags to riches story where they got out of their own way and got to the next level. We want to know how. We want to know how. So think about this in your stories. So question, do your prospects and clients know the power of the real you? Dun, 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 drops the mic. The power of the real you. Do you even know the power of the real you? And do your prospects know the power of the real you? If not, why not? So next question. There's 4 questions. That was the first. Second, what scares you about vulnerability? This morning in my mastermind, one of my clients there, it's a very vulnerable place to be, actually. We do 2 hours of deep structure coaching, the She Builds Business Mastermind. But within that, obviously the core 4, mindset is all of it. So the vulnerable part was, actually, she was scared of being really seen, being really, really out there, because of fear of judgment of one of her family members. One of her family members who probably wasn't even on her social platforms, but because in her mind she's scared, she built that into a big fear of being seen by lots of people, not just that one person. So the first thing I do with my mindset coaching clients is isolate the problem as to what it really is, so that we can solve it, because at the moment your problems feel like they're massive and they're probably not. So what scares you about vulnerability? Maybe it's trusting somebody like me with your innermost thoughts and feelings. Maybe it's even the admission that things are not quite right. Maybe it's you don't want people to see the real you because you've had a mask on for this whole time. Okay, third question. What difference would telling your relatable story make to your business? What difference would it make? Relatable, by the way. I have a million stories of which you will have never heard because they're possibly not relatable. In fact, they might be. In fact, I've got a Facebook group called She Enjoys Food and Fitness Mindset Reset, where there's lots more stories in there. Let me know if you want the link. I'll share it to you. It's free completely. There's nothing being sold in there. And it's to share my journey, a journey that feels like it's been going on for my whole life with food and fitness, but food mainly. So in there, the stories are really relatable. I've done all the diets, I've tried all the ways. The mindset is the only way to change that. And that's where I'm on that journey. So that relatable story in there makes a lot of difference. Probably not so much to my business building clients, so make sure it's relatable. Fourth and final question, and this gives you some insight around yourself. What is it that you relate to in others? Think about this. When you like someone or you trust someone, you want to spend time with them, what is it you're relating to? Your clue here is it's not a fake version of themselves. It's feeling the real person and knowing you can trust them. So if you're not being the real you, maybe, just maybe, you're missing the opportunity for people to see and feel and like and trust the real you. Just saying. Hashtag just saying. And if you want to get any of this sorted for yourself and understand what is keeping you blocked and stuck and not doing these things and not showing vulnerability in your business, then do have a chat with me. Look forward to speaking to you. Bye.